guys, so this is kind of an unplanned spur-of-the-moment video that I wanted to make because I'm thinking about this right now, so this is not scripted or anything. I'm just gonna kind of word vomit on you and hopefully it turns out awesome. Okay, so recently I went on a trip to New York. Yay, that was fun. I was doing some different YouTube stuff up there, but while I was there, I was meeting different people, and it's kind of funny because my YouTube content is different than the content of other people on YouTube. Current events, yada yada, politics, not necessarily atheism, because guess what? That's not all that I am. But it's all that people see when they go to my channel. If you look at my most popular videos, you see atheist versus Christian, or atheist versus Muslim, or atheist versus this idiot. Granted, whenever I did first start making videos about atheism, I was a little bit more harsh because, like anything, whenever you're new to something that's important to you or you feel like you've been kind of lied to your whole life, things that piss you off and you see injustices, you get pissed. You know, whenever I first started making videos about vegetarianism, I was more angry than I am now. I can sit across from someone eating a steak and I don't really feel compelled to tell them that, oh my god, that's murder and yada yada yada. I mean, sometimes people will joke with me about it, but I'm not as high-strung about it. I'm not as crazy about it as I used to be. And I feel the same way kind of about atheism, you know? Whenever I first started, I was more angry, and I would make videos that seemed to attack a generalized group of people more than just specific parts of the religion that I don't like, which I feel like I'm doing more now in the past year and a half almost. I've been a lot more calm whenever it comes to certain things like that, but I still don't like religion. I'm not just an atheist and I'm an anti-theist for specific reasons, but that doesn't mean that I'm against religious people. That's completely different. But I understand that my videos can make people feel very defensive. And I run into different people and they'll come up to me and say something, but most of the times they're intimidated or something by me. They think that I'm like scary because I'm an atheist, so they'll go to people that I know, whether that be a friend or someone that I'm dating, and be like, did you know, like, I mean, she seems great, but did you know that she's an atheist? And they're always like, yeah, well, which point? And then they have to say something like, oh, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, but like, doesn't that scare you? Doesn't that make you nervous? Aren't you kind of afraid of her for that reason? And then they have to be like, no, why? And then it gets into this little debate, and normally it's kind of interesting for me to hear how this transpires, because I normally don't expect my friend or whoever to be able to defend me so well, and it kind of makes me feel good that they care about me enough to actually go out on a limb and have a little bit of a religious debate where normally they would never have had to talk about certain things like that. So it's kind of refreshing, but at the same time it's frustrating for me that people feel the need to go up to people that I know and be like, did you know that that girl that you're hanging out with is fucking crazy? Or something along those lines. And it's kind of hurtful to me, but I understand that I put people on the defense, you know? I understand that things that I have said or continue to say, even this video probably, puts people on the defense. I think that I'm a horrible person. But, you know, normally minimal conversation convinces them that I'm not this horrible monster that they thought that I once was, and that I actually am doing something that I care about, and I have convictions and reasons for doing it, and I want to do good things with the videos that I make, which is, you know, obvious to me, but not so obvious to a lot of other people. And my friends that defend me a lot of times aren't even atheists. You know, they call themselves agnostic because, you know, even though agnostics means lacking knowledge, and I also consider myself agnostic, they don't like to say atheist. That's fine. You know, I fight for women's rights, and I don't like to say feminist, so I understand that they don't want to associate themselves with something that they find to be negative. That's fine. Hopefully I can change that stereotype, but as for now, I can understand why they don't want to say that. But they're not even what you would call an atheist, and they still defend me, and one of the things that they said is, you know what, I don't know if there's a God. But even if there is a God, what, you know, would that God really want to punish someone who is thinking for themselves? You know, would they really want to burn someone for all of eternity for using common sense and logic and, you know, the ability to think, which is something that God gave them, right? So would he really punish them for using the thing that he gave them to use? Blah, 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 blah. You know, so that's a good point that was brought up, and I don't know. I just wanted to make this video because I feel like sometimes people are just so on edge, and it takes someone who, you know, knows you or just wants to defend you in some kind of sense to be like, hey, they're not a bad person, you know, they're saying the things that they're saying because they care, And even if your God was real, would he really punish them for standing up for what they think is right and actually trying to do something genuinely good for the world? You know, instead of just going along with something they don't really believe in because they're afraid of what might happen to them if they're wrong. But this is just a recent experience that I had, and I wanted to share it with you because, you know, at first whenever I heard about it, I got defensive because this is not the first time this has happened to me. But you know, every time I have the same reaction. At first I'm like, well, you know, why did they say that about me? Why, you know, like, they don't even know me. Like, every interaction I've ever had with them has been positive. They've been nice to me. I've been nice to them. We've had coffee. We've had lunch. You know, we've smiled. We've laughed. We've gone to the events together multiple times. And now they're coming to people that I know and being like, did you know that she's blah, blah, blah? And it's just kind of hurtful. But then whenever I hear, you know, the defense to that and how they stick up for me, I feel better, you know? And then they're like, oh, okay, well, maybe you're right. Maybe she's not Satan. You know, sometimes it takes that. So let me know if you have ever had that happen to you in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Share it everywhere. All my social media links are in the comment section below. Thank you to everyone buying my t-shirts. Thank you to everyone who's a Patreon. And before I go, I want to say that I did a video a while back with Creationist Cat, a friend of mine. It's a funny video, and I wanted to put a quick clip to part of the video we did together, so if you want to watch that, go ahead and keep watching this video and click on the links that I have above it so that you can go see the original video on Creationist Cat's channel and subscribe because they're awesome. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Hey, check out D-Siege from a freaking talk show now! It's got Jacqueline
Atheism is not a force for evil.
Yeah, right. So, I'd like to start things off with a little prayer. Are you cool with that?
I mean, you can pray, but I don't really believe in prayer as an atheist.
Oh, you're probably just not doing it right. Look, I'll tell you what you're doing wrong. Show me your prayer hands. Oh, see, that's totally wrong. What you gotta do is put them out to the side. Yes, like you're gonna high-five the Holy Spirit, except a little wider, because the Lord has big hands.
Jesus.
Okay, let's not get too carried away.
All right.
First, address the baby Jesus.
Dear the baby Jesus.
Now tell the baby Jesus that he's pretty.
Oh, you're such a pretty baby Jesus.
Look, Jacqueline, it's supposed to sound like this. Well, no wonder you're an atheist. Your prayer skills are horrible. Let's just move on. Hey! Wasn't that really great? So subscribe to my channel now!